Okay. Why? I've got two people watching, but I don't have a. My screen is not full yet. Ah, there it goes. I think the internet is slow. Let me see if I can find some people that are watching me. And this is pretty much just to let people know how this is going to operate. We did the live stream the end of the last grading period, and I'm still looking to see if I'm live. I don't know why this is taking so long. Okay, there it is. Okay. The way this will work, same deal with Harding Telecom that we had at the end of the last grading period, where we were forced to go to a live stream because of COVID. We're kind of in that situation, except now we're on the hybrid model, if you haven't already heard that. Turn down my auxiliary feeds here. And the way this is going to work is every Wednesday at 2 o'clock we're going to try to do a live stream, hopefully featuring special guests, hopefully featuring a lot of our students, and it should just be a grand old time for everybody. Right now what I've done is I've sent out invitations to several of my students, not all of them because we're not quite there yet. Those of you that aren't in the education business or don't know how this hybrid model works, we have students face-to-face on Mondays and Tuesdays, that's Group A, and then Wednesday everyone is online, which is what we're doing today. And then Thursday, Friday we have Group B, and of course they would be online Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and vice versa for the A group. Few students are called C's, and I see them anytime we're not online, but that's few and far between. Again, it's a strange world that we're living in right now with the COVID. Obviously, I don't have my lighting set yet because I can see myself on the monitor, and I need to get some more lights down here. But that's neither here nor there. But I just wanted to touch base with people. One of the things we wanted to do, hopefully we'll get the football coach on, talk about, since we're not having a scheduled Coach's Corner program until we get the all clear on COVID. We'll try to get him on next week for sure. We have already confirmed that the mayor will stop by for his city journal in lieu of the city journal, since we can't have him in the school. We're going to do it virtually in this setup, and then I think the week after that, I need to remember my notes. We have guests scheduled for the next 3 weeks. So hopefully, and if you have ideas for people you'd like us to interview throughout the community, by all means send us an email or reach out to one of the Telecom students and let them know. But this is just a quick touching base and logging in to see what everybody's doing. One of the things that the school is doing in general on Wednesdays is called Pause for Positivity, and that's where we reach out to the community either through phone calls, emails to parents and students, just to say something good that's happening. And I think that's kind of going to be my answer with this show. This will be our half hour to kind of communicate, get the word out on some of the things that are happening. We do have a live stream for this Friday, the Mansfield-Madison home football game will be live, and it'll stream on our YouTube channel. For the most part, I'm going to do the Telecom show on the Facebook channel, and then it'll archive to the YouTube channel like we did last time. And then I have to leave that other stream open because I schedule in advance, when the football games are going to be on. So it's quite the juggling act, running all these different streams. And again, this is the first time we've done this with these students, and I don't think they've quite gotten the hang of it yet. In fact, I haven't met all my students yet. One of the things that's so different about this year is, we started with that hybrid model with different kids at different times, and then a lot of the kids because of COVID or any whatever reason, they chose the online route because there is the option of any student just being full-time online. Of course, you already had to choose that for the semester, and some of the kids did that. So I lost, I'd say almost half of the kids that would normally have taken telecom opted out for the online only, which unfortunately didn't offer telecom when they scheduled. So we're kind of making do with the kids that we have, and the kids that I've had so far have been great, and I hope they keep up that enthusiasm. They don't quite understand how it works. I've only met once or twice with each group of students so far, as all the teachers probably have. And in fact, I know of at least 2 students that have signed up for my class that I haven't met yet. So we're approaching the 3rd week of school and still not having met all of my students to get things up and running properly. So this is kind of a preview, just a trial run of some of the things we're going to be trying to do. I'm back in my home studio right now. We did have meetings all day as far as the teachers and the Marion City schools doing all that kind of fun stuff, and then of course the kids were doing their thing online, hopefully. But that's where we're at right now. I don't really see any messages or anything yet. I'm going to hang out here for a little bit and see if any more people log in. I do have my Google Meets up, and I did send invitations out to people, so we'll see if they chime in. They didn't have much time to prepare for this, so I'm not really expecting anybody to jump in here. It's available if they so choose to do that. But like I said, we'll give them a few minutes and see if anybody jumps in here. In the meantime, just to kind of get everybody up to speed on what's going on, a lot of events that would normally have been, how do I say it, scheduled on our calendar, our event calendar, school musical things that go on in the elementaries, the football games and such. Things have been, again, we're still in the year of COVID, as we'll call it, and because of that, we're kind of playing it by ear. I do have a couple of events scheduled, and I for example, I know I'm kind of rambling, but just hear me out. The football games are streamed live, and there is a halftime show. We have not shown the halftime show yet because the first home game that we had, it rained terribly. I think we streamed over 5.5 hours because we kept getting delayed because of the lightning strikes, and eventually the marching band went home because they couldn't wait, and of course everything's getting wet. So we have not done a marching band show. So what we're planning on doing is by next month, we are going to do a video session where we're going to capture the marching band doing their full halftime show, strictly just the marching band, and different camera angles. We're going to set up some really quality mics, capture some really good sound at the stadium. Of course, there won't be an audience because we have to socially distance, but we will shoot and present on video the actual marching band halftime show in its entirety. And I think we're going to try to do the same thing with maybe the Harding Choir and really anybody else that wants to try something like this. The problem is you can't have an audience. I mean, it's just like what they're doing. Their movie theaters were closed and no concerts and things like that. If you can't socially distance, you can't have it. So in lieu of those kinds of like a live concert, we'll do a video concert. Much like I did with my band, and I know a lot of local bands did the same thing where we didn't have gigs, so we just kind of filmed ourselves practicing or doing rehearsals, or I created a music video myself. That's what we'll do with the schools. We'll create a virtual environment where you can view at your leisure your kids and the schools doing their thing. So look for that, and again, those are all things that we'll be having advertised on this channel as well as our YouTube channel, as well as the Marion City Schools channel 1022 on Spectrum, where you'll still be able to watch kids doing their Marion City Schools performances. So we're going to keep that going. It doesn't look like I'm going to have anybody log in today, which again, didn't really expect. I mean, I threw out the invitation this morning, and like I said earlier, I've not met these kids yet. They don't really know me or how the class works yet. Hopefully by next week, when this will be the first week that I will have met everybody, even though it's the third week of school. First week that I'm actually meeting all the kids and getting them all the routines and expectations and all that kind of stuff. So we're getting that settled in right now. Hopefully we have that up and running for next Wednesday. And like I say, we do have the mayor scheduled as a guest, so he will again virtually drop into our meeting session and talk about how the city is dealing with COVID and any upcoming events on his end. At the same time, the students will jump in and out of the session as well with either questions and comments, and you as an audience are invited to participate in that as well. And just like we did the last 9 weeks, I'll archive those onto our YouTube channel, so if you don't catch it on every Wednesday at 2 o'clock, you can always jump in and catch it on our YouTube channel. And those links will always be shared out. I will constantly share them not only on this page, but on my Twitter feed, as well as our YouTube channels. So if you want to, like and subscribe on our various YouTube channels. I know there's a Marion City Schools, and this is the confusing part. Even our own Marion City Schools people got confused. Like when I did the live stream of the first home game, and I don't know who did it because I don't know who actually runs that that channel. But they put their link as the link for the game. That is not correct. The link for the game is Telecom, and I put that out, again through all those, Twitter and Facebook, all the social media, email. I try to hit everybody I possibly can with those announcements and those links. So look for those. The next game is already posted. That link has already been shared out. And if you don't have it, just contact me through the Marion City Schools Gmail, or I'm sorry, mcspresidents.org. jmullins at mcspresidents.org. That is my school email. Again, you can always hit me up on Facebook or Twitter, and I'll be happy to share those out with you. We had when I did the analytics, I think within a 24-hour period, we did over 6,000 views of the Harding versus Pleasant game, which I was a little stunned by that. I knew it was going to be a big number. I just didn't think it would be that big. So thank you to all the people that helped put that together. There was a ton. I didn't do it myself. A lot of people were very helpful in that. And, that's one of the things we stress in Telecom is it's a team environment and everybody tries to work together to get things done. So, having said all that, we've been rambling for about 15 minutes, and I think without a guest, that's probably a pretty good show. Right? I don't know. Didn't have a lot of people joining either, but again, we're just getting started. And this is just information, so feel free to share it. Tell your friends, wake your neighbors. Let everybody know that Telecom is back, and with a new group of kids and some new adventures in the year of COVID. And we'll do the best we can with what we got. And honestly, I mean, the kids that I have so far that decided to stick with the program are pretty enthusiastic about it and seem to want to do a nice job with it. So I've already had a couple kids volunteer. Just the other day, I had 2 kids volunteer to videotape a volleyball game, and we'll see what comes of that once they get done editing. Then we have our first Spanish-speaking only Telecom student who did the news in Spanish. That was a first, and she did a great job. So lots of new and exciting things to happen in the year of COVID, and we're just going to keep plugging along. So until next time, tune in every Wednesday at 2 o'clock on Facebook, archived on our YouTube channel. And by all means, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can get a hold of me either through Facebook or through email. and we'll be happy to address those on our next program. So until next time, we'll see you.